Hi, I'm Mike from Michael's Motor Cars, located in and I'm pleased to take you along for a test drive of our 1990 Mercedes-Benz 300 SE sedan. I will go into greater detail on this car about the cosmetics and its history in our showroom video, so please take a look at that also. The short version is this was a two-owner car, a local car. It was in York its whole life, which is about 30 minutes away from Lancaster, sold new by Deal Motor Company, and then it was sold to a friend in 2016, which is who I bought it from. So let's start it up and go for a drive. The car has 168,000 miles on it. That, of course, is legitimate and correct. Everything is working on the car. Temperature gauge is correct. Fuel gauge is working. The economy gauge is working. Oil pressure is working. The speedometer and odometer are working. Tach is working. And I'm pleased to say the clock is working on this car. Usually they are not working. All the lights go out when you start it. Even the temperature gauge is working. Coming down here, the climate control is working with the fan and the heater, but the AC compressor is not coming on. So typically with these cars, it probably needs a charge in the AC system. Everything is intact, but the AC compressor is not running. The windows are all working. The sunroof is working properly. It opens and closes correctly the whole way. This is in the era when Mercedes-Benz had these gigantic sunroofs in their steel-bodied cars. So let's go for a drive. These cars really are, I would say, easily good to 300,000 miles. In the mid-80s and 90s, Mercedes was making some really, really rock-solid cars. They always have, but some of these cars just seem to run forever. And when they're well cared for, they're just good cars. This car definitely has been well taken care of, drives nicely, it shifts very smoothly, it goes straight. The braking is very smooth, no wobbly discs or anything. The suspension is just the way it should be. It's very typical Mercedes sedans of this era, very solid feeling. It's one of those cars that it's really hard to believe it has 168,000 on it. But that is typical of how these cars are built and when they're cared for, how long they can last. It idles nicely. We have had the car checked out for a safety inspection, so it will pass inspection. Done an oil change and fluid check. So if you're looking for just a nice big old Mercedes four-door sedan, 1990, two owners since new, clean Carfax, have the original sales books with the car, please consider our car, take a look at it, ask us any questions you may have. It's really a solid car. Looking for a new home. Thanks for coming along for a ride.